Tonight, when you go to bed, you're going to do something that would have terrified every single one of your ancestors. You're going to walk into a dark room, close the door, lie down completely motionless, shut off every one of your senses, and stay unconscious for 8 straight hours. Alone. No weapon, no lookout, no one watching the entrance. For the last 200,000 years of human existence, what you just described isn't a good night's sleep, it's a death sentence. Because for 99.9% of human history, humans did not sleep alone. They physically couldn't. Sleeping alone meant one thing: you were about to be eaten. So why did we ever stop? Here's the thing most people never think about. Sleep is, from a pure survival standpoint, the single stupidest thing an animal can do. Think about it. You voluntarily shut down your hearing. You shut down your sight. You can't run. You can't fight. You can't even tell that something is wrong. And you do this for a third of your entire life. Every predator on Earth knows this. Lions hunt at night specifically because prey animals are asleep. Leopards drag their kills into trees in the dark, while herds are unconscious below. Hyenas, wolves, snakes, they all exploit the exact same window. The hours between midnight and dawn are the most dangerous hours in the animal kingdom. So if sleep is so dangerous, why does every animal on the planet still do it? Because the brain has no choice. During sleep, your brain flushes out toxic waste proteins that build up while you're awake. A chemical called beta amyloid, the same protein linked to Alzheimer's disease, accumulates in your neurons every single hour you're conscious. Sleep is the only time your brain can clean itself. Skip sleep for 11 days straight, and you will die. Not from exhaustion, from brain poisoning. So evolution faced an impossible problem. Your brain must shut down to survive, but shutting down gets you killed. For millions of years, every species on Earth had to solve this same puzzle. And humans? Humans came up with the most elegant solution in the animal kingdom. They slept in a pile. In 2017, a team of researchers from Duke University and the University of Toronto traveled to northern Tanzania. They went to study one of the last hunter-gatherer tribes on Earth, the Hadza people. The Hadza live almost exactly the way your ancestors did 100,000 years ago. They sleep on the ground. They have no walls, no doors, no locks. They sleep in groups of 20 to 30 people around a shared fire. The researchers strapped motion tracking devices to the wrists of 33 Hadza adults for 20 straight days and nights. What they discovered completely changed our understanding of human sleep. Out of over 220 hours of nighttime data, there was not a single moment, not 1 second, where every member of the group was asleep at the same time. At any given point in the night, at least 1 or 2 people were awake. Not because they were assigned a watch shift, not because someone told them to stay up. They were just naturally awake. One person would drift off at 10 p.m., another would wake up at midnight for no reason. Someone else wouldn't fall asleep until 2 a.m. The researchers called this the sentinel hypothesis. The idea is simple but brilliant. Human sleep schedules are intentionally varied, staggered by evolution, so that at least one person in the group is always conscious, always listening, always watching the darkness. You were never supposed to sleep at the same time as everyone else. Your sleep schedule, the one you think is broken because you're a night owl, or because you wake up at 3 a.m. for no reason, isn't broken at all. It was designed that way. You were the sentinel. And this explains one of the most frustrating mysteries every new parent has ever faced. Why do babies scream at 3 in the morning? Every parent has asked this. The baby isn't hungry. The diaper is clean. The room is warm. Nothing is wrong. But the baby is screaming like the world is ending. Here's why. For 190,000 years, a baby that was silent at night was a dead baby. If a prehistoric infant was separated from its mother, even by a few feet, it was exposed to the cold, to predators, to being accidentally left behind when the group moved at dawn. So evolution hardwired a survival alarm into every human newborn. When a baby senses separation, when it can't feel body heat, can't hear breathing, can't smell skin, it triggers a neurological panic response. The baby doesn't know why it's screaming. It just knows that silence equals death. That scream isn't a tantrum. It's a 200,000-year-old emergency siren. It's your baby's ancient brain shouting one message into the darkness. I am alone! Come find me! Something is going to eat me! And it works, because the scream doesn't just wake the mother, it wakes the entire group. Every sentinel in the tribe hears it. Every set of ears turns toward the sound. The baby has just activated a communal defense system that predates language itself. Your baby isn't broken. Your baby is running software that was written before civilization existed. But the most terrifying piece of evidence that humans were never meant to sleep alone is something you may have already experienced. Sleep paralysis. If you've never had it, count yourself lucky. If you have, you know exactly what I'm about to describe. You wake up. Your eyes are open. You can see your room, but you can't move. Not your arms, not your legs, not even your fingers. You are completely, totally frozen. And then, you feel it. A presence. Something standing at the edge of your bed. Something watching you. Across every culture on Earth, people report the exact same thing. In Japan, they call it kanashibari, bound by metal. In Newfoundland, it's the old hag sitting on your chest. In Egypt, it's a jinn. In Turkey, it's a shadow creature called karabasan. Every culture, every continent, the same dark figure in the same dark room. Here's what's actually happening. When you enter REM sleep, the deepest phase, your brain releases a chemical called glycine that temporarily paralyzes your muscles. This is supposed to stop you from acting out your dreams, from sleepwalking off a cliff, or punching the person sleeping next to you. But sometimes, your brain wakes up before the glycine wears off. Your eyes open, your consciousness boots up, but your body is still locked in sleep mode. Now here's where it gets evolutionary. That presence you feel, that shadow in the corner, researchers believe your brain is running a threat detection subroutine. Your ancient limbic system, the part of your brain responsible for fear, realizes you are conscious, you are vulnerable, and you are paralyzed. So it does the only thing it knows how to do. It scans for predators. And when it can't confirm that you're safe, when it can't hear the breathing of your tribe, can't feel body heat beside you, can't detect the sentinel, it hallucinates a threat. It creates the shadow figure because your brain would rather you panic about a fake predator than ignore a real one. Sleep paralysis isn't a glitch. It's your brain screaming the same message as the baby. You are alone. And alone is not safe. The private bedroom is one of the newest inventions in human history. For most of civilization, families shared one room. In medieval Europe, entire households, parents, children, grandparents, servants, slept together in a single chamber called the Great Hall. In feudal Japan, families slept side by side on tatami mats in one shared room. In West Africa, communal sleeping compounds housed dozens of relatives under one roof. The idea that every person deserves their own private, silent, dark, isolated sleeping chamber is an invention of the Industrial Revolution. It's barely 200 years old. That's 0.1% of human history. And the results have been telling. 1 in 3 adults in the United States reports chronic insomnia. 70 million Americans have a clinically diagnosed sleep disorder. The global sleep aid market, pills, supplements, machines, apps, is worth over $100 billion a year. We have engineered perfect sleeping conditions. Temperature-controlled rooms, memory foam mattresses, blackout curtains, white noise machines. And yet, we sleep worse than at any point in human history. Maybe it's because we solved the wrong problem. We optimized the room. We forgot about the tribe. So tonight, when you climb into your bed and close the door and turn off every light, and you feel that strange, unexplainable unease in the dark, that's not anxiety. That's not a disorder. That's 200,000 years of evolution whispering one sentence into your ear. Where is everyone?